Oh yeah. Oh yeah, D3's cheese. They can't do nothing about it. Let's go. Let's go. High sensitivity D3, 2 OP. Yeah. Let go. Oh, yeah, it's over, buddy. High sensitivity D3, 2 OP. High sensitivity D3, 2 OP. High sensitivity D3. Oh my gosh. No, let me melee you. It's okay, I'm gonna still kill you, bro. Oh, he's mine. Thank you. D3! Fair. Oh. You're dead, dude. I'm immortal! What's up? He can't do nothing. Too OP. What is this belt? What is poppin', squad? It is your boy Jesimein. Today we have ourselves the D3 Spartan 1.83 build. As you guys may know, D3 is extremely powerful in this patch for support reasons and just because it's just really good. So without further ado, let's get into it. So before I get into the full details with this D3 build, actually I kind of been playing around with like where I want it, you know what I'm saying? I kind of found a happy medium with it. The only thing is I don't have really good gloves, so bear with me on that. So the weapon I'm using obviously is a house with vicious and deadly. Chest piece has skill, haste, and health. I would say that EDR is good in this, but honestly, if you're really good with it, you don't have to really worry about EDR. So skill haste is even better. So whenever they knock down your shield, you can get it back faster. And I think that's more important because what happens is after a while, people start getting on to the fact that you're using D3, and the only way they can really go through you is to give you your buff by destroying your shield. So hopefully that buff lasts long enough where you can get around and the skill haste applies so that you can get your shield back. Because when you have your shield back up, you're basically a walking fortress. So I would say go skill haste over EDR in this regard, because if you're playing a build right, you shouldn't be getting crazy bled anyways. And usually Predator's marks don't focus you because they know that they can't do enough burst damage to your shield. So we're in skill haste. I have stamina on mine to break the 9k stamina cap. So going into my mask, I have skill power. You're going to want to run skill power on your mask. I tried crit chance, it felt okay, but you want to have skill power because you want to be able to hit that soft cap of 120. My knee pads have skill power as well. If you choose to go the other route where you don't necessarily need skill power because you're running mods that give you skill power, I would say honestly, I think it's more optimal to roll skill power, only because you're using so many. What do you have to use? You have to probably use all your mods with skill power to get the soft cap. If you don't roll it, because it's 11,000 skill power, you probably get like 3,000 per mod or something like that, 2,000 or 3,000. So I would say roll it on your knee pads and your mask, because that's the most innocent part. You don't have to really worry about losing too much. The mask is the dead given because you can't roll health on this anyway, so it's pretty much the smartest way to roll. So if you're gonna use the mask, if you're gonna use anything, roll skill power on your mask. Don't try to go for crit chance. It's not worth it. With your knee pads, I would say roll skill power instead of health. I know it may appeal to you to just be ridiculously tanky with and without your shield, but I would say anything over 600k toughness with a D3 is already crazy. So try to roll skill power on that. Go into my backpack. I also have skill power on my backpack. Roll for stamina. You can see how much stamina you can really cheese back out if you found a happy medium, but honestly your shield's more important than your health anyways, and you want to spec into that, and this is a perfect balance because once you hit that soft cap, that's basically your maximum potential of your shield no matter what. And it helps you a lot in those situations where they're trying to burn down your shield. And even if they do burn down your shield, the whole point of that obviously is to be able to have more health, so that when they do burn down a part of the health bar, you'll be able to get that health boost for you and your team. And once you get that health boost, you're pretty much good. You're not going to die unless you're one shot. Even if you're one shot, you're probably just tanking. So my gloves are horrible. Please ignore them. The only thing I have on them is skill haste, so I had to put something. I'm trying to get better gloves, but obviously it speaks for itself. I don't have to explain to you. You want SMG crit damage, crit chance, because to optimize your damage, because D3 does do a lot of damage, because just like Nomad, it has the same kind of effect in the DZ where you can just keep shooting. It's not that you do a lot of DPS, it's that you do a lot of consistent damage, which adds up over time. You don't have to really worry about face tanking, so you can just keep blasting. So D3 can do a lot of damage if you're hyper aggressive with it, but also playing casual. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be too stupid and get surrounded. You want to kind of hold your angles and force them to try to come up to you. And going into my holster, now this is where it can kind of change, and this is where I'm kind of jumping off. Like, I haven't rolled it yet because I haven't decided, but as much as they said crit chance doesn't apply, obviously it does. We know this, and I'm not sure if I roll off crit chance or not is it gonna make that big of a difference. So I'm still testing. I don't want to touch it right now because I kind of like how it feels right now. I feel like if I take this crit chance away, it's gonna change my damage flow, and I don't want that to happen. So I would say whatever you guys think is best right here for your major attribute. Whether you want to have more health, so when people can't beam you, like let's say you get surrounded, you can last a little longer. I don't know. This is a hard call for this. This is pretty much preference. This is where the blueprint. Obviously, you guys will have your little tweaks here and there, but I think this is a big decision maker for a lot of people. Probably split off. Some people want more crit chance, some people want the health. So obviously, if your shield's max, technically you're at your cap as far as you need for health, because you're relying on that shield anyway. So to get more damage will obviously be smarter. So that's why I kind of left it there. But I mean, that's pretty much up to you. Going into my mods real quick, you see I have firearms with health, stamina with health, firearms with health. And for the performance mods, which is super important on this build, I went with 1 shield damage. I just want to have a little taste of damage, and then the rest ballistic shield damage resilience, because obviously the more resilient you are, the more tankier you are, the more buffs you can get your teammates. So that's kind of preference. If you want to be like an assault shield and you want to be able just to run up and you're going to be tanky anyways, and you want to do a little bit more DPS and give up from toughness and go into firearms, you can also do that. And it actually would be really, really good, since if you can somehow still hit your skill power cap and invest more into firearms, you can be a really, really, really lethal D3 if you're really smart with it. So that's pretty much up to how your playstyle is. Now, another big thing about this build, a really, really, really big thing is, I don't know how you guys play, but make sure you're running full sensitivity, because that makes this build so much more effective. When somebody's trying to run around you, and by the time they circle you and aim to shoot, this sensitivity will have you looking them right in the face, and you don't want to be running slow sensitivity, because all people have to do is run circles around you. And I see that a lot in a DZ. People run up on D3 players and they just got to run to the left or run to the right, and it takes like 3 seconds for them to turn. And that's you don't want to be a turtle like that. You want to be a snapping turtle, where if you're in a position that you need to turn around and beam somebody, you'll be able to do that. So that kind of makes the biggest difference when it comes to the D3 build. I think that's super important. As far as abilities, obviously you need a shield. I've been told that reactive targeting, even though I don't necessarily know, I haven't really looked at it, people say the reactive targeting shield is bigger. I guess. So run reactive targeting. I mean, you have really nothing to lose. You don't get the buffs from everything anyways. So that's from what I heard. Don't quote me on that. And as far as your other ability, that's also preference. I run overdose just to have a bigger heal when I do have a heal, obviously because I'm protected anyways. But probably booster would probably be better in this situation, so I might switch that because you might as well get the damage boost while you're at it. In just case like if somebody's about to push you, and you can pop that resistance and you're pretty good. So pretty much that's about it, you guys. As far as the D3 build, it's not too much. It's not too technical of a build. Your role is pretty much soak damage up and put pressure. That's it. Super simple build, but really, 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 really strong in DZ right now. Almost to a cheese level, because I think this is one of the only builds with no true counter. I have been sticky bombed with it, and it has knocked my shield off, but that's you don't see that too much. And if they're running sticky bomb, my teammates are usually beaming them anyway. So pretty much I think D3 is almost as close to uncounterable as possible. You just have to just play around it and play against a shield person. If they're really, really good, it's tough. And then if you're in a server fight and there's a shield build, it's even more tough. So it's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoy, man. I feel this build is top 3 in the meta, especially because of the utility. Obviously, the D3's ability on the 6-piece is just so overwhelming, all over the place, with just the damage from the melee, the overhealing is applied to the ballistic shield, the physical exotic damage, the health damage. It's just too much, bro. There's all kinds of stuff, and it's crazy. You can increase your teammates damage by 30% and your armor, like, and at times I don't know what changes they did, but before you never really got the firearms buff, but now that people are running turrets and all kinds of different things and shooting sticky bombs and stuff, you really get these buffs now, so it makes it that much more powerful. So hope you guys enjoy, man. Make sure you hit that 9,000 stamina cap on this build, because then you'll be able to get that full 200% ballistic shield health increase. Just how the Predator gets their bleed, you will get your buff at 9k stamina, which means you will be safe with this build. So it's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoy, man. Love y'all. Let me know what you guys think. What would you guys change with this build? What do you like about this build? What don't you like about D3? What do you think should be changed? Let's get a conversation going in the comments below. Slap me with a like if you're enjoying these builds, and let me know in the comments also what build you guys want to see next. I haven't decided what will be my 3rd installment of builds. I'm trying to avoid Predator and Nomad right now, because those are the easiest to build. I'll save those for later. But if you guys want to see anything else, let me know. Love y'all. Your boy is out.